Hi guys, well the ATEC Symposium in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia is drawing to a close, and rather than talk to some of the, what you might call the senior stalwarts, if you like, of ATEC, it's very appropriate with the theme of ATEC having been innovation and newness and what's happening in the future of the industry. It's really appropriate to look forward, and a young lady standing here with me now is Anna Guy, and she's the chairman of Young ATEC?
That's correct, in New South Wales.
In New South Wales. So Anna, tell me about Young ATEC and tell me about the challenges you're facing and what you've discovered out of this conference and can help you moving forward.
Will do. So Young ATEC is the group of members that are ATEC members that are between the age of 18 and 35. So as an association we work and try and mentor the young members of the industry to ensure that they have professional development training, networking opportunities, and pretty much anything that we can help them to stay in tourism and develop a career and keep their passion up and work together as one. So in terms of the challenges we're facing at the moment, it is obviously finding enough people to work and stay in the industry, and also to keep them inspired and wanting to work in the industry. And a lot of the factors we're seeing is that need for mentoring and people to really take people under their wing and want to work with them, want to help develop them and help show them the passion and give them the experiences that travel is, because that's why they want to come into the industry.
Sure. I mean, it's an amazing industry, and I've been in it, a long time now. We won't say how long, but how do we actually... 2 years, yes, I'm a youngster in it. But how do we actually also get the industry to encourage career progression, professionalism, pay good salaries, so that we're competing with other professional industries? Because I said earlier on in an interview, probably yesterday, about, organisation I used to work for, the ministry we reported to in the UK was called the Ministry of Fun. Nobody took us seriously. Everybody looks at this industry and thinks, oh, well, it must be great having, going here, going there in this wonderful business. But how do we get them to understand we're serious and we're professional?
Yeah, I think that's the challenge. I think it's obviously raising the bar between all of us. I mean, I know as Young ATEC, we initially, when I came on board, the committee had died down and it was all about drinking and partying and having fun. And it's been actually educating these members to start with, saying, hey, we're serious. We're running professional development workshops. We want conferences. It's not just about going out to the pub and drinking. And I almost think the industry needs to take that to a bigger level. I mean, we're serious. I think the more we work together and show that we're serious about what we're doing, I mean, we can always talk to government, but I think at the end of the day it's going to be the passion that drives us forward as a country and as an industry, and believing that we have a lot to offer the world, which I think sometimes gets lost when we look at some of the newer countries and the development that's going on. I think we get a bit apprehensive and go, wow, we can't compete with that. And rather than doing that, it's bringing it back down to saying, what can we do to differentiate and build us all up together and integrate some of the disconnects between generations, I'll say. I think the youth have a lot of interesting and creative ideas about how to work with what we've got, and I think it's enhancing that together and almost grouping and showing that to the world, and also talking about, even though it might not be about salaries, but what the experiences are. I mean, I know personally there's no way in my personal travel, even if I was working in a job with more money in the finance industry or something else, that I would have been able to travel and see as much as I have and done it the way that I have.
But it's also offering career progression too, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And there's some sort of ladder there somewhere that you can aspire to. And are companies responding to that, and governments responding and creating these ladders? Because there's a lot of casual labour, there's a lot of transient, well, you do the job and there's nowhere else to go in this business.
Yeah, and that's still new, and I think the fundamental point I made this morning is that people in this industry stay with people, and the way we're going to perhaps inspire people, it's not necessarily about this is the career path, because a lot of the career paths have been ad hoc for a lot of people in the industry, but it's finding the ambassadors, and I think everybody in this industry is an ambassador and has that role, and people aspire to people. And I mean, we've seen a lot of great speakers up on stage today that if we had all our ATEC members watching them and going, wow, I could do that, that's the inspiration that's going to be key to make them look at ways that they might want to do it. So I think that's the way to go.
Well, look, thank you very much for your time, guys. Well, it's a sort of wrap, I suppose, now from the ATEC Symposium. And what better tone to finish on than looking at the future for tourism in Australia and from the inbound tourism industry as well. Anna, thank you very much for your time and your contribution, and we wish you all the very best with achieving those goals as well, because I think it's vitally important for older guys and people like us to see the industry surviving and moving forward.
Absolutely.
So it's John Alwyn-Jones reporting from the ATEC Symposium in Newcastle, New South Wales, Australia, and as they say in show business, it's a wrap.